Valens Research, Uniform Financial Analytics.
So Corning, for those of you who don't know, obviously Paychex, payroll provider company. Corning makes glass. It's the easiest way to say it. The biggest part of their world now is they make glass for electronic equipment. So think for your cell phone, they make Gorilla Glass. For your LCD screen, for your computer screen, et cetera, they're the people who make the glass for that. Now, as you might expect, this is not a particularly high return business. Inherently, you're making glass. Now, what's interesting is Corning did used to have a higher return, which, by the way, you wouldn't realize this if you're looking at as reported metrics, and you'd think returns have stayed as flat as they have for forever. But what happened for Corning, which is really interesting, is back around 2014, Corning made a conscious decision. They said, instead of actually being a supplier of technology to glass providers all over the world, along with being a glass producer itself, we're going to try to just compete. And with Gorilla Glass, we're going to beat everybody. And what happened was Gorilla Glass, which is a glass that makes it so even though your cell phone, if you ever dropped it, does still shatter, it doesn't shatter as bad as it might, other competitors came out with alternative solutions to Gorilla Glass. And so Corning didn't have any pricing power. Returns fell from 10% down to the 4 to 5% they are now. But what's really interesting is, so you might look at that and you might say, looking at an as reported metric, you might say, well, yeah, that makes sense. The company's trading at an 18 times PE. The market clearly sees that this company is not a high return business. It's not a business that's revolutionary. It's kind of an average business. Sure, the market is paying slightly below corporate average valuations right now. Context, corporate average valuations are around 20 times PE. In reality, though, what's going on here is something very, very different. You've got a company that has below corporate average profitability, right? The corporate average ROA right now is 12%. It's at 5%, and yet you've got a company with a 50 times PE. When you look at this company on an as reported basis, you see a company that has low returns and average valuations. You'd say, well, as long as returns don't get disrupted anymore, hey, you know what, this business might be fine. I'm really just going to be buying a cork in the ocean. I can buy this and have market exposure. And even if I think that there's going to be a strong recovery after the doldrums of coronavirus in 2012, and I think that I'm going to see a surge in demand for cell phones and that they're going to pick up a lot of demand because of that, well, I might even see a rebound the market's not pricing in. In reality, when you're buying Corning, you are buying a massively premiumly priced business that you need to understand that the market could very much disappoint you on this. It could be very disappointed on this company's profitability because the market expects returns to maintain when in reality they're declining. And because of that, because that premium valuation, you've got a very different picture for Corning, which is why Corning isn't something that you could say, yeah, it's fine. It's actually a company that you need to watch out for.
Valens Research, the world's leading source for uniform financial analytics.